Ferrari's recent success in the Austrian Grand Prix begs one question. Are the recent changes proving to be a game-changer for Ferrari? Let's find out. After a remarkable performance at the Austrian Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc secured a podium finish, taking second place between Red Bull drivers Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. The Monegasque driver expressed his gratitude for the incredible motivation and team spirit within the Ferrari team from Maranello, highlighting these sentiments during a press conference following the race. "I think I'm always motivated, especially after weekends like this, where you finally see a bit more potential of fighting in the front. It feels good, of course. In terms of the championship, I think it's going to be difficult to go and win this championship. But on the other hand, there's still plenty to work on," Leclerc said. The Austrian Grand Prix proved to be fruitful for Ferrari, as they collected a significant number of points, contributing to their overall tally. While Red Bull Racing appears to be a formidable force in the championship, Ferrari has made noticeable progress and is no longer as far behind as they once were. Charles Leclerc shares this perspective and understands that securing a victory would greatly help in closing the gap. The 25-year-old driver recognizes the importance of narrowing the distance to the front and is eager to achieve a win to make significant strides in the championship standings. If we rewind to the start of the 2022 season, we can recall that the top three Formula One teams, Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari, each opted for different approaches in terms of their aerodynamic design. Mercedes chose the zero pods concept, Red Bull went for downwash side pods, and Ferrari embraced an in-wash side pod solution. At the time, each team was determined to stick with their chosen approach throughout the season. However, it became evident that Red Bull had made the correct decision. Now, fast forward to the midpoint of the 2023 season, and nearly every team has shifted towards Red Bull's concept. Mercedes abandoned the zero pods design starting from the Monaco Grand Prix and onward, while Ferrari showcased their adoption of the same approach in Barcelona. Only Haas remains as the sole team persisting with a different design. Nevertheless, it is important to note that although teams have followed Red Bull's concept, they have implemented it in their own unique ways. Ferrari, in particular, has added their distinctive touch of Ferrari flair to the downwash concept. To understand why the downwash idea has emerged as the most successful choice, we need to delve into the technical aspects of aerodynamics and how it contributes to overall performance in Formula One. The recent tweaks made by Ferrari came close to propelling Charles Leclerc to pole position, falling just short of surpassing Max Verstappen by the narrowest of margins. However, even being in contention for the top spot is a clear indication of the progress Ferrari has made since updating its side pods at the Spanish Grand Prix and gaining crucial insights into the optimal setup for the SF23. The team's performance at the Spanish Grand Prix, combined with the valuable data obtained during the post-race Pirelli test, has evidently allowed Ferrari to make a significant breakthrough in understanding the right direction for their car development. These insights have provided valuable knowledge that is shaping the team's strategy moving forward. Let's now dive into the detailed explanation of Ferrari's upgrades at the Austrian Grand Prix. Starting with the front wing, the two upper elements underwent a new flap design, with an increased chord height along the movable part of their span. This adjustment allowed the outermost portion of the wing to focus primarily on flow management. The gurney flap was also repositioned from the inboard end of the flap to the outer section, depending on the desired front-to-rear balance required. Extensive modifications were implemented on the end plate to achieve the desired outwash effect. The entire structure, including the curved flap juncture, was reworked. The leading edge of the end plate now features a curved shape instead of a triangular finish, and the overall surface is more angled outwards from the center line. Furthermore, the front wing's attached furniture underwent revisions. The S-shaped dive plane was replaced with a solution featuring a gentler curve, positioned slightly back from the leading edge of the end plate. The pod housing the infrared tire monitoring camera was also moved due to the altered end plate shape. Additionally, a winglet was added in the lower inboard rear corner of the assembly to help control the vortex formed in that region. Changes were also made to the nose of the car, with the vanity panel pushed back slightly from the leading edge of the second front wing element, resulting in a more tapered tip section. The forward portion of the floor received updates, including the adoption of a single step on the top edge of the outermost fence. The fences inboard of this were extended further out and featured a curved leading edge to optimize flow and pressure conditions. At the rear of the floor, modifications were made to the edge wing and tyre spat region, reducing separation between the two. The floor surfaces and their connections were adjusted, with the removal of the horseshoe bracket connecting the floor wing to the rear section, now replaced by a support spar bracket spanning both sections. Ferrari also reported changes to the diffuser's sidewall and likely made revisions to the design of the underfloor, although these alterations are not visible. These comprehensive adjustments highlight Ferrari's determination to optimize their car's aerodynamic performance for better results on the track. As Ferrari sets its sights on a fresh strategy, the team faces an important challenge in managing the cooling systems of their Formula One car. To prevent any negative impact on crucial aerodynamic components responsible for generating downforce, careful consideration must be given to the design and optimization of cooling vents positioned above the side pods. While these vents are essential for efficient cooling, they have the potential to disrupt the clean airflow intended for aerodynamic purposes. Ferrari's engineers must skillfully shape the bodywork to guide the airflow effectively and minimize turbulence caused by the interaction between the vents and the clean airflow. By managing these challenges, Ferrari aims to ensure their new approach brings desired benefits without compromising the overall aerodynamic efficiency of the car. Continual refinement and optimization will be key as Ferrari seeks to maintain their competitive edge in the dynamic world of Formula One. After introducing the B version of the SF23 in Barcelona, Ferrari initially faced challenges as significant performance improvements were not immediately evident. Both Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz struggled to maintain a competitive pace, especially on the hard tyre compound. However, the team's fortunes changed in the subsequent races held in Canada and Austria. Unlike in Barcelona, the issues encountered with the hard tyres were absent, and both Ferrari drivers showcased improved performance on this compound. It is important to consider that the tracks in Canada and Austria differ significantly from the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. Now let's take a sneak peek at the performance of other Formula One teams. In a bold move to elevate their performance, McLaren has introduced a comprehensive suite of upgrades to their Formula One car. Notable modifications include redesigned side pod inlets, a revamped floor body, and an enhanced engine cover. At their home base in Milton Keynes, Red Bull team unveiled a new update for the rear suspension of their RB19. This update specifically focused on revising the surfaces of the rear lower wishbone fairings. The goal was to enhance local flow stability and ensure the maintenance of attached flow in all conditions. By fine-tuning the aerodynamics in this area, Red Bull aims to optimize the overall performance of their car. Haas, the American Formula One team, recently introduced a reliability upgrade to the nose of their car. This upgrade involved the implementation of a new chassis pitot, which brings multiple benefits to the team. The primary objective of the new chassis pitot is to minimize aerodynamic disturbances, particularly in the lower sections. Will Ferrari take the lead in the upcoming races? Thanks to their recent changes. Let us know in the comments below what's your thought, and don't forget to subscribe for keeping yourself up to date on Formula One.